Good afternoon. My name is Maegan Ortiz, and I am the Executive Director of el Instituto de Educación Popular del Sur de California. That was good. That was probably my 3 minutes. We operate 4 out of the 7 official city day labor centers in Los Angeles, which serve as workforce development hubs, leadership hubs, and also service hubs. I think it's really important. Out of the 4 of the 7 day labor centers, we see over 1,000 workers a year, and that doesn't even count the workers who do not register, who continue to seek work on street corners. I think it's also very important to note that 50% of our registered worker members identify as homeless. In our downtown center that is right here, not too many blocks away, 70% of those members identify as homeless. I think it's also important to note that day laborers are not just men. Day laborers also include women who often seek domestic work. We are also talking about transgender women day laborers, which we have seen a lot more of. And also there are a lot more Black, Middle Eastern, and South Asian men and women who are using our day labor centers. According to the City of Los Angeles, and the Economic and Workforce Development Department, under which we fall under, the day labor sites were created as an issue of public safety, which really meant that they were a response to racialized complaints when in the midst and aftermath of US-sponsored civil wars within Central America and then subsequent forced transnational economic programs forced many men to leave their homes and seek work as day laborers for cash on a day-to-day basis in Los Angeles. We also know that these day labor centers have been used as bargaining chips for development in Los Angeles. For example, our Cypress Park Center was really created out of an agreement between the city and Home Depot. So for that step, our public safety issues are a little bit different. We see our centers as a way to fight back against white supremacist violence that has visited the centers, and this is way before the current administration. We also note that our centers serve as spaces for immigrants that do not fit into the dreamer narrative or even the keep families together narrative because of lack of formal education, because of their gender, because of poverty. We also serve as a space for safety against police enforcement and violence. And we heard a lot about that, but I think it's really important to know that because of the information sharing that happens between police and immigration, even an arrest, not even a conviction, could lead to someone's deportation. We are fighting against gentrification, and I think it's also really important to talk about wage theft, where we know in Los Angeles, $26.2 million is stolen out of low-wage worker pockets every week. We have domestic workers who are earning as little as $2 an hour, based on a survey of 100 domestic workers we did last year. So we asked for a deeper investigation on how the current immigration laws prevent migrant workers from moving out of poverty. Because, for example, while we fall under the Economic and Workforce Development Program, our members cannot access workforce development education or training because they are undocumented. We believe that a human rights perspective is critical when discussing issues of labor and how these intersect with migration, health, and criminalization, because we know that together the violations of these rights mean a labor force that is seen as constantly replenishing itself with new bodies to keep the machinery of the capitalist colonial machine of the United States running, while making invisible the humanity of each person. Thank you.
All right, y'all. We're getting there.